march in place. And go ahead and move those arms too, right? Moving the arms really helps warm up that core. And so I'm bringing those knees up pretty high, moving those arms. Let's bring those arms up over our head now. Still moving those legs, just bringing some energy to the body. And we will be doing some cardio, so we don't need to do too much to warm the body up right now. Right now, we're just warming up. So let's cross those arms in front of us, opening up the chest, loosening up the shoulder. Still moving those legs. Notice my legs are still moving up. And let's do some shoulder rolls. Now I'm just walking in place, rolling the shoulders. I'm going to change direction. All right, and go ahead and shake that body out. I'm going to bring my notes just a little closer. All right, so our first move, we're going to step back into a lunge, and you can step back into a position that feels comfortable to you. You can step way back and deep down into a lunge, or just step back slightly, and then we're going to bring that foot up into a high knee kick. Step back, up into a kick, back, up into a kick. And let's do 10 on each side. So we'll go ahead and begin. 1, bring it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it up and let's switch sides. We'll do the other side for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring that knee up and release. Good job. All right, we'll do our side jumping jacks. So I'm going to step out, bring those arms up as if I'm doing a jumping jack, but I'm just going to step on one side. So I'm going to step out to the left and bring it back down. And we'll do 10 in both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring it back to center. Let's find our squat position. And so we're going to squat down into a position that's pretty comfortable. I'm sorry you can't see my feet, but my feet are in alignment with my knees. So knees are pointed out at 45, feet are pointed out at 45. When you're in this squat position, make sure the body is still upright. You don't want to be leaning forward. You don't want to be arching either. So you tuck that tailbone, back is nice and straight. So hands are on the hips. We're going to squat down. When we push up, we're going to bring those feet together. Step back out, squat, stand up, feet together. Now let's go ahead and begin in the squat, and we'll do 10. And this time I'm going out to the right. 1, and then bring it back. 2, 3, 4. Remember, back is straight. 5, knees are in alignment with the toes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feet back together. Let's go to the other side. So now I'm going to step out with that opposite leg. And again, we'll do 10. 1, bring those feet together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring those feet back together. All right, we got one more move in this set. It's very similar. We're going to move into our squat position, but now as I come up, I'm going to touch one knee to the opposite elbow. Squat down, one knee to the opposite elbow. And we'll do one side at a time, and we'll switch and do the other side. So hopefully feel that heart rate starting to pick up.
Denise, sorry, is our feet splayed out this way or like before? Okay.
They're still at the 45-degree angle. Good job. I'm so glad that you're able to connect, so we make sure, right? I know, it's hard to see. I'm like scooting way back. Yeah, so my squat is still 45, but as I come up, and so your body might actually turn a little bit and then come back into that 45. Okay, let's do 10. All right, squat down, knee to elbow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back into the squat. Let's do the other side. Squat down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Squat down. Bring those legs back up. Nice. Go ahead and take a break here. Take a breath. If you have some water, go ahead and stay hydrated. Go and take a sip of water. Our next set will be just our body again. All right, so we're ready to get started. We're going to do that jumping jack move where we step out with one leg. Only now we're going to punch up to the ceiling, pull it back down. Punch up, pull it back down. And so we'll do each side for a count of 10. 1, punch up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it back. Now we're going to step back. Very similar move. Punching up but stepping back, pulling it back together. Feel these core muscles pulling together. And let's do 10 for the right leg and 10 for the left. 1, pull it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull it back. Nice. All right, so we step to the side, we step back. Now we're going to step forward. So step forward in a lunge, push up, pull it back. I'll go to the side so you can see me. I'm stepping forward, pushing up, pulling back. Forward and back. All right, we'll do 10 on both legs. 1, pull it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Pull it back. Nice. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull back. Nice. All right. Whew. All right. So we did to the side, we did to the back, we did to the front. Let's do up. And so I've got a wider stance than my hips, but not too wide. They're about maybe a couple inches wider than my hips. Arms are going to go up. I'm going to punch up to the ceiling. As I do so, I'm going to go on my tiptoes. Up and back down. Up, back down. So I'm really working these calf muscles, also engaging my core. Let's put the hands at the shoulders and let's push up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. All right, last move in that set. Go ahead and catch your breath. If you need to hydrate, go ahead and grab a sip of water. Okay, our next set, we're going to use our weights. So you want to make sure you grab your weights, bring them nearby. And I don't have super heavy weights. My weights are only 3 pounds each. And I've got one weight in each hand. All right. And so I'm going to stand nice and comfortable. My back is still nice and straight, still tucking that tailbone to protect that lower back. I'm going to soften my knees just a bit. Arms are going to rest at the side. And I'm just going to push those arms back. Nice and simple. Push those arms back. Push them back. All right. And so let's push back for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. It looks really simple, but you're really challenging these little small muscles on the back of the arm. Same move, only now I'm going to bring my body down. And so now I'm just leaning forward just a bit. Still my back is straight. Don't let the back round. Don't arch the back. Keep it nice and straight. Tuck that tailbone. Still going to push those weights back. But now I'm doing it from a leaning forward position. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Great. Hopefully you're feeling it on the back of the arm there, a little bit in the deltoid at the top there. All right, one more set with this move. Just going to modify it just a bit. Still going to lean forward. My knees are soft. I want to keep my knees nice and soft. This time I'm going to lead with my elbow. So I'm going to pull those elbows up. Then I'm going to push those weights back. Bring those arms back. Push down. Elbows up. Push back. Back. Push down. And remember, you know, our body doesn't know the difference if we're visualizing it, if we're actually doing it. So push down. Really visualize you're pushing hard against something. Let's do 10 of these. Elbows first. 1, push down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push down. All right, bring that body up. Good job. Nice. All right. We're going to bring our arms out to airplane position, straight out, and let them rest back down. And again, let's visualize that we've got some super heavy weights. I've got 3 pounds in each of my hands, but I'm going to visualize that I've got 10 pounds. almost as if I got these big kettlebells pulling it up. And then I've got cables on my arms and I'm having to pull it back down. Really work that body inside the mind. And let's do 10 of these. 1, pull it up, pull it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I know this is challenging, Chris, after you swam today. We're going to do some more with the arms. Let's go ahead. I'm going to do my airplane arms out, but then I'm going to pull it together and drop down. So I go up with airplane arms, pull it straight out in front of me, and slowly drop them back to the start. I'll do this for a count of 10. 1, pull it up together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up, pull it together and release. Nice. All right. Our next move is going to be pulling them up into airplane arms. This time we're going to go up into scarecrow arms. Now I'm going to pull it together and down. Very similar to what we just did, only now I'm just going to go into scarecrow, pulling it together and down. All right, let's do 10 of these. 1, we'll go up, scarecrow, together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Up, scarecrow, pull together, push down. All right, go ahead and set those weights down, take a breath, short breath. We're going to use those weights in our next set, so keep them nearby. But go ahead if you need to sip on some water. Chris, if you have any questions, let me know. Okay, let's pick those weights back up. I've got one in each hand. We're going to do some of the moves that we did at the beginning of class without weights. This time we're going to add some weights. And so we did a move where we pushed up, and as we pushed up, we pushed one leg out and pulled it back. So we're going to push out and then bring it back. And so we'll do 10 on each side. I'm going to start with my left leg, pushing out with both arms. And let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back, and go ahead and release. Nice. I'm going to move into our sumo squat. And Chris, because I know you swam today, I'm going to give our arms just a little bit of a break here. And we're just going to drop those weights down. I'm just going to go into sumo squat and bring those weights back up to our hip. Sumo squat down and back up. Make sure those knees are pointed in the same direction as the toes.
So I have a question on this one, with your back, or when we're going down, are you kind of arching your back like this?
I'm trying to keep my back up straight, and so let me show you from the side. And so as I go down, I'm trying to go straight down, almost as if there was a wall behind me, and I'm staying parallel with that wall.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Got it.
No, these are good questions, and you want to make sure you're practicing correctly. So I like that. Nice. All right. And let's drop these weights for a count of 10. 1, and bring it back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's hold it for a moment. Really push those legs out, trying to open the inside of the thighs here. See if you can lower just a bit more, opening up those legs. Whew. And go ahead and bring those legs back up. Go ahead and check those legs out. Good job. So now I'm going to move to a side lunge. And so I'm going to step out to the side. And you can't see my feet. I'm going to keep my feet pointing towards you. So I'm going to step out. I'm still pointing my feet, my hips, my knees, still pointing forward. I'm going to tap my knee and bring my feet back together. So if you were to see me from the side, I step out, body still upright, lunge down, still trying to keep my body nice and straight, lowering at the hip, tapping that knee, bringing the body back up. All right. I'm going to step out one way for a count of 10. 1, step out, lunge, tap, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring it back. Nice. And let's step to the other side. 1, tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring it back. Nice, good job. We're going to do some bicep curls. Just curling those weights up. Our bicep muscles are pretty big, so your weights might feel a little bit easier to lift in this move. But let's challenge it a bit by moving into a chair squat. And so my feet and my toes are pointed forward. I'm going to curl that back again, tucking that tailbone, squatting down in the chair. Hands are resting on my knees. I'm going to curl up into 10 bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release those hands. Go ahead and shake those legs out. Whew. We'll do bicep curls again. This time we're going to do a bicep curl with our palms facing each other. Same move, bringing it up, only palms face each other the entire time. You can move your body back into that chair seat if you'd like to challenge the legs. You can do it with your body up if that feels more comfortable for you today. I'm going to go ahead and sit down in my chair, tucking my tailbone, palms facing each other. I'm going to do 10 bicep curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release those legs. If you were sitting in a chair, shake them out, shake those wrists out. Whew. We're going to do one more bicep move. This time, let's do it from a squat position. So I'm going to take that super wide stance again. Legs are as wide as I can do comfortably. Knees are pointed out, pointing in the same direction as my toes. 45, maybe a little bit more depending on your flexibility. Palms facing knee. So palms face away from you. We'll do our bicep curl again, this time for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's squat down just a bit more. Whew. And go ahead and push those legs up, shake those legs out. Go ahead and set those weights down, take a breath here. We got one more set with weights, so keep the weights nearby. You still have one more set with those weights. But go ahead and catch your breath. If you need some water, you can hydrate yourself. Okay, let's pick those weights back up. I've got one in each hand. We're going to work on the core now. So I'm going to do a deadlift here. And so my feet are about hip distance, pointing forward, hips are pointed forward, everything's in the same position, pointing in the same direction. I'm going to let my hands rest, so I'll paint forward so you can see me here. My hands are just resting at my sides. I'm going to slide those weights down as far as I feel comfortable. And then I'm going to slide those weights back up. So as I do this, I'm going to keep my back protected. So tuck that tailbone. You want to push that small of the back out. I'm going to slide down. Try not to let the back round. Nice and straight. Slide down. And as you come up, don't let these back muscles pull yourself up. You want to use your glutes and your hamstrings. So imagine these muscles are contracting to pull that body up. This is also really good for strengthening the pelvic floor. So all these muscles on the inside of the abs are contracting to pull you up. Let's do this for a count of 10. So we're going to slide down and slide back up. 1. Contract all those muscles. 2. 3. 4. You can soften your knees if it feels better that way. You're still contracting the glutes and hamstrings. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Nice. All right. We're going to look very similar, only now I'm going to let my palms face each other. So I'm going to lean forward. But now as I come up, my arms are almost as if they're connected straight out, and they're not going to move. They're just stuck there, immobile, moving up as my body moves up. This creates a counterbalance. So we really have to work hard with these lower muscles to bring that body up. If this is too heavy with the weights, you could do it without the weights. Just extending that arm out in a fist, pulling that body up. Or you could have one weight with both hands. However it feels comfortable for you, because these muscles, we don't want to challenge the back too much. So find a weight that's comfortable for you. And we'll do 10 of these. Lean forward, arms straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull it up and release. Woo, good job. All right. I'm going to face forward. I've got a little bit of a wider stance, not a sumo, but not my legs aren't too close, just enough that I can shift my hips from one side to the other. I've got my hands on my hips. I'm going to punch across the body and pull my hand back to my hip. Punch across the body, pull my hands back to my hip. And so you want just enough flexibility to move back and forth. Right now, my knees and my toes are pointed forward, but I can let them bend and be more flexible as I turn. Nice and easy here. This is about working the core and the arms. All right, so let's punch up. We'll do 20. That way we get 10 on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're halfway there. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You got this. 17, 18, 19, 20. Back to the hip. Very similar move. We're going to twist, punch straight up. So now my arms parallel with the ground. Bring it back. Twist, punch out, bring it back to my hip. All right. Let's do this one for a count of 20. Again, hips are nice and soft here. Knees are nice and moving. A lot of flexibility in the body here. We'll do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and back. Woo, awesome job. Good work. Gonna keep my legs nice and wide here, nice and flexed. And I'm gonna go ahead and open those arms up into goddess arms. And let's just go ahead and tilt over and push out. And my other hand comes to my hip. Bring it back to goddess as we come up. Lean the other side, push out, and bring it back. This is really challenging these side muscles here. Muscles we don't often use. So we'll do this for a count of 8. So we're in our goddess arms. Let's do 8. So that's 4 on the left and 4 on the right. 1, push it out, bring it back. 2, push it out, bring it back. 3, woo. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's stay in this goddess. Go ahead and just twist both directions. Loosening up that spine. Challenging the deltoids just a bit here. We'll do 2 more twists. 1, 2. All the way back. And set those weights down. Woo, all right, good job. We are done with the weights for a little bit. Go ahead and set them back out of the way so you don't accidentally kick them with your feet. We'll take a breath here. If you need to hydrate, get some water. I can feel those last moves across my chest, across my shoulders, my upper arms here. All right. We're going to start moving our legs so we can engage our core muscles here, our abs, also engage those thighs, those hamstrings. And I'm just going to start by placing my fingertips on my shoulders, and I'm going to touch one knee to the opposite elbow, switch to the other side to the opposite elbow. And let's do this for 10. And each count will include both the right and the left side. 1, let's do both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got this, keep going. 8, 9, 10. All right, keep those hands up on the shoulders. Same move, only I'm going to widen that stance a little bit. This is really going to challenge the core just a bit more because now I have to pull my foot from, it's only a few inches, but it feels so much heavier. Pulling it up, stepping back out. Pulling up, stepping back out. Because we're shifting our weight to one leg, we're not going to alternate right and left. We'll do one side for 10, switch and do the other side for 10. All right, hands on the shoulders, wide stance. It's a stance that feels comfortable for you, but a little bit more challenging than the last move. And let's go ahead. 10 on one side. 1, step back out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open up. Let's do the other side. 1, step it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and out. Go ahead and relax those arms. Woo, good job. Whew. We're going to bring those arms back up. Our next move is going to be our mountain climbers. So this move, the knee was moving in front of our body. In the mountain climbers, the legs are on the outside. So if you were to see me from this direction, you could barely see that I'm lifting that knee up. It's really going as wide as I'm able to open it. And my arms are up. I'm going to touch that knee to my elbow, lower it back down. I'll do 10 on the right, 10 on the left. Let's go ahead and bring those arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And down. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release those arms. Whew. We got one more move in this set. We're going to do mountain climbers again. Just going to create a little bit more of a challenge. Arms are going to go up high. So we got that energy lifting up high as we can, pulling it down to touch that knee, pushing it back up. So you've got opposing energy pushing down and up, pulling together, pushing up. So we're going to have that push-pull through this move.
Is there a modification for this one? Because with my abdomen, when I do that, I try to go slow, but it pulls on my back because my pattern is to put my ribs forward, until I get stronger. And you know what I'm asking? So.
Yeah. So Chris, I appreciate you asking this. So let's just keep our arms here. How did you do with your arms in the goddess position?
Yeah, I did pretty well.
Okay, so if you want to add a little bit more of a challenge, remember, visualize your hands moving up, but make some fists, right? So make some fists so you feel just a little bit more energy. And what you can do is open those hands, close those fists. Open hands, close those fists. How does that feel?
Wonderful, thank you.
It does, and it really still feels like you're energizing a little bit more, right?
Yes, thank you.
All right, so I'll do the same as you. So arms are in goddess, palms are out, and we'll do 10 on the right and 10 on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Nice. All right, that was the last move in that set. Take a breath. Another set, moving the core. But go ahead if you need to hydrate. Catch your breath. All right, so our next move, we're going to be dropping our head down. And so we're going to have a nice wide stance. Going to soften those knees. I'm going to do a sumo, but not super deep. I'm not going super deep. Just a nice comfortable bending the knees. Knees are pointing in the same direction as the toes. I'm going to put my arms out. And I'm just going to bend down and either touch my knee, my shin, my opposite ankle, and then bring that arm up. It's kind of like a windmill, but windmills, our legs are straight. This, we have a nice soft bend in the knee, and you can keep your head just a little bit higher so you don't get as dizzy. But what's happening is you're really challenging these thighs because these thighs are bending, and they're helping to lower you as you go down to touch. So I can really feel this move on the inside of my thighs right here. So let's move those arms out. And we're going to do each ankle, shin, knee, whichever you're touching, for a count of 10. So 1, I'm going to touch. And let's do the other side. 2, 3, 4. Really bend those knees. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, 10. Let's touch both sides. And bring that body up. Nice. So that was really challenging as we move from one side to the other, really working these legs. Now we're going to straighten those legs out. I still have a wide stance. My knees and my toes are pointed forward. My hips are pointed forward. Now I'm going to do a regular windmill. Arms are out, and I'm going to bend forward at the waist, tap, and bring that arm up. And so my legs are straight. I'm hinging at the waist, the hip. I'm not letting the back round. And I'm going to tap. Other hand comes up towards the ceiling, raise my body up. If this creates dizziness, just slow it down just a bit. Focus your head looking forward or on an object. That will help prevent some dizziness. And let's do 10 for each side. 1. Retouch both sides. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one here. You've got it. Nice and strong. 10. And arms up. All right. Whew. So we started with kind of a modified bending the knees. We went to a straight leg. This one we're going to do our cherry picker. So we're really going to bend those knees. And so my legs are still kind of wide. And I'm gonna point my feet out just a little bit. Not totally 45, just a little bit so I can kind of shift to the right, shift to the left. Arms are gonna come up. I'm gonna turn towards one leg. I'm gonna lower down. And this is when we visualize that we're picking cherries. So I'm gonna squat as I move to the other side and bring my body up. This squatting is gonna be really challenging for these hamstrings. Depending on where you are, you can keep the legs a little straighter. You can move your body up a little higher. If you want to challenge yourself, you're going to get really deep. Move those hands. You can hear my hands going across the ground as I bring my arms back up. So cherry pickers, you're bending down, picking cherries up off the ground. But you can modify it to how your body needs this move today. All right, arms are up. And I'm going to lean towards my left leg. I'm going to go down, squat down, walk across to the other side, picking cherries up, pushing those legs up as my body comes up. We'll do 5 on each side. That was 1, 2, squat, moving across, pushing up with those legs, bringing the body up. 3. This is one of the hardest moves we do in this class. 1, 4. Our bodies are super heavy, lifting them up is hard work. Last one on this side. 5. Let's pick as many cherries as you can and push that body up. Nice. Okay, we're gonna go the other way. Arms up. And when you lift those arms up, open up that rib cage. And let's go down. 5 on this side. 1. Come across, pick those cherries, bring that body up. 2. Moving across. 3. 4. You guys have got this. Walking across, bringing that body up. Last one, nice and strong. 5. Bend down, grab as many cherries as you can to move across, bringing those arms up. And release. Whew, nice, good job. Let's keep those legs nice and wide. We're going to work our calves just a bit. So I am going to move my legs down into a nice sumo move here. Knees are pointed out, so if you see me from the side, my body is still upright, tucking that tailbone underneath. Back is nice and straight. Legs as open as I can. They're not going forward, they're nice and open. In this position, I'm going to push up into my tiptoes and back down. There's not a lot of space here, right, with this wide stance. I'm not going super high, but I'm going up high enough that I can feel the back of my leg and my calf contracting. And these are the muscles I'm working on this move. You can put the arms up, rest them on your hips. I'm going to raise mine up just to add some energy. Putting them on your hips helps with balance, so however it feels good for you. And I'm going to go up on my tiptoes for a count of 10. 1, and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to ask you to hold those tiptoes. Push the ball of your foot into the ground. Go up a little higher, as high as you can. Lift those heels a little higher. Feel your thighs burning. Lower those heels, straighten those legs. Woo, all right, good job. Go ahead and shake those legs out. All right, so I'm going to move us into a cool down. Let's go ahead and let's loosen up those legs a little bit. We really challenged them with the cherry pickers, with those tiptoes that we just did. We did a lot of stretching in these inside thighs while we were lifting, so we've had some challenges on those muscles. Let's loosen them up. I'm doing some nice soft hip circles. You can bend the knees if it feels good. You can shift from one side to the other. I'm going to change direction with my circles now. Let's bring our arms up now. If it feels comfortable, Make big circles around your body. You can visualize maybe you have a rope in your hand. This is actually a little challenging, but you're stretching these muscles, and we really challenged these muscles today too. So we want to stretch those lateral side muscles out. And change direction. And last circle all the way around, and drop those hands to the front. Nice. Let's go ahead and raise one arm up, all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to drop at the elbow. Other hand's going to come and assist. We started this session working those triceps. Let's stretch them out. Same arm, lift it up, go down. Bring it across the body. Let's stretch that shoulder out just a bit. So I'm still stretching that same arm. And release. All right, let's do the other side. Arm reaches up. We bend at the elbow. Other hand comes to assist as we stretch. And I'm stretching my tricep here, but you can also feel it all the way down through the core here. If you want to stick that hip out, you can get that additional stretch. Release. That arm is going to come in front of you. Other hand comes in to assist as we stretch across the shoulder here. Nice. Let's release. I'm going to stretch the front of my hand and my arm. So I've got my palm out, other hand comes in and just pulls it back towards me. You can rest it on your thigh if you're able to flex that far. This is stretching this part of the hand and the wrist and the arm. And let's switch into the other side. So we didn't do a lot of wrist exercises today, but holding on to the weight sometimes can create a little bit of tightness in the wrist, across the fingers. So this is going to help loosen that up. And let's go ahead and do the fingers. Open, close, open, close. And let's do some figure eights, loosening up the wrist. I'm going to challenge you a bit. Let's go the other way. All right, one last stretch. Let's stretch the front of that leg. I'm going to go back because I need the wall to balance on. If you have a chair or a desk or a countertop, go ahead and pick that foot up. Pull it as close as you can to your body, stretching the front thigh. I keep telling you not to arch your back, but you can arch your back on this one. It feels good to stretch that front of the core. Now we're going to let go. Don't just let go. You don't want your foot to fling. Gently put that foot down. Let's switch and do the other side. Again, if you want to arch, get that